Hey everybody, welcome back. A couple of days ago, Nathan Walker of NStudio and we did a live stream here, and we upgraded the NativeScript-OAuth2 plugin to version 7 of NativeScript, along with all the goodies that it comes with, like ES 2017 support. And it was a pretty long live stream. Go check it out from a couple of days ago if you're interested in the whole process. And we didn't get to finish the whole thing, but in this short video, we're gonna wrap things up and show you what else needs to be done to get that demo running. So here we go. I've got Nathan on the call right now. He's not sharing video today, but I've got the audio. Hey Nathan, how's it going?
Hey everyone. We have an interesting topic to talk about here as a follow-up to this plugin update, and likely anyone out there that has a single native class in a single file will encounter this as well. This is related to ES 2017 targeting and the native class transformation that the decorator applies to work with the iOS and Android runtimes. So we want to make sure that we have a true ESM symbol that we can use. And generally, if you're doing a single native class in a single file and you're not using it alongside its actual counterpart in that same file, you're going to use it outside of that file. And so you want to make sure that the ESM export on that file is proper. And so there's a nice way to do it by wrapping a closure there and exporting the ESM const. And that will make sure everything works as usual. So this is really an interesting case, because often, even throughout core, where most native classes are directed, in fact, all of them, they're usually used alongside the actual ESM symbol that's using them. The most common case are iOS delegates, and then the common case on Android are callbacks, Android callbacks, or listeners that are created and wired up alongside the actual ESM symbol that's using it. In this case, in the OAuth2 plugin, there was a single native class that was exported, and that native class was used outside of itself. So it was actually used in a different file. So in this case, Alex, if you want to pull up the code, we'll just apply the closure and export the ESM symbol, and it will just start working as usual.
Nathan is talking about this class right over here, which is the iOS specific class where we applied the native class decorator last time. So this native class is applied when we are extending any kind of native API class. And the way to resolve this is by adding a function around this, right? To make it compatible with ES 2017 standards, right?
That's correct.
So I'm going to create a function here called setup, and we need to wrap this entire class in that setup function. And then we're going to return the instance of that class from that function. So the name of the class is TNS-OAuth-Login Native View Controller. I'm going to copy that name. And I'm going to remove the export because we're no longer exporting the class. We're going to export a symbol now. I'm going to return that class name here. And what we're going to export is actually the symbol. And we're going to call the setup function here.
That effectively exports a single ESM compatible symbol that can then be used outside of the singular class, and then everything will work as usual. And the typing should come through too. But go ahead and we can build that. But I think there is one more we want to do, and that is the delegate is the only other one that was a singular native class inside of a single file.
I'm going to search for that native class and see where we applied it, and that's right there. There's the other one. So I'm going to do the same thing here as well. Let's go ahead and wrap this up in a function called setup, just for consistency here. I'm going to remove the export, copy the name of the class, go down here, then return that name of the class, and export a const with the name of the class, calling the setup function. Simple as that. Okay, so back on the terminal, I'm gonna build this code now. I'm in the source directory of the plugin. So npm run build, and this will generate the JavaScript. Now we can head over to our demo application, and I'm gonna do a clean here. So the ns clean command will take care of that. And this will take just a little bit to run, clean everything out. Now I can run it. TNS run, old habits, right? NS run iOS.
And of course, TNS still works.
TNS works, of course, and so does NSC. Where is the C from, by the way?
C was an initial confusion point around Java developers because there are a lot of native developers that come to NativeScript, and Java developers are so used to Java C. So it's kind of intended to kind of be likened to the Java compiler, or hence the NativeScript compiler in C. Yeah. So if you're a Java developer and just stuck on Java C, NSC might make sense to you.
Gotcha. Okay. So for those folks that are coming from the Java world, NSC is available for you if that finger just slips on that C once in a while. I wonder why TypeScript didn't choose TS instead of TSC. Maybe it was taken. Okay, so we got the Webpack build finished. Now we're building the pods and the iOS project. And by the way, folks, come back next week. We're going to do another live screen of the new plugins workflow, which is something that's really exciting. Coming to plugins, it's going to make plugin development a lot easier for NativeScript. All right, so here is the iOS simulator. It came up. I'm going to click log in here. And right now I have Microsoft set up as my provider. There's my email address. I'm going to click next here. And it's going to ask me for my password. So I'm going to enter that off screen. Click sign in. And we're logged in. We're back to the application, and we have our access token, which now, of course, you can use like you would in any other OAuth2 type of application. That I guess wraps up our implementation here. If you missed that live screen, go back, check out this channel where Nathan and I actually went ahead and did the whole upgrade of this plugin. And for those folks that are waiting for the upgrade to this plugin, stay tuned. That's going to be coming out in NPM as a major version release pretty soon. So thanks a lot, Nathan. Appreciate you coming on again and sharing.
Thanks, Alex, for clarifying that.
All right. Talk to y'all later.